shit, Spawn Band just showed up. Now it's a goddamn party. Folks, we just started live, but it's a party. Spawn Band's here. I got it. Let's go. Should I keep being her? You gonna play a message? You gonna play music?
You know what I always find funny, right?
Americans? Oh, he's gone. That's awesome.
People think Pete is this person who just doesn't tolerate anything, but he must be ethical. Oh my fucking God, what kind of a fucking country.
I'm in love with that. I don't know how that worked, but John, you need to record that and put that into everything we ever do. That was my amazing. That was my favorite thing ever. John, John, ready? Three, do it. 3, 2, 1.
2, 1.
People think Pete is this person who just doesn't tolerate anything, but he must be ethical. Oh my fucking God, what kind of a fucking country.
I respect you, John. I weep for the future, but I respect you.
Yeah, an oldie but a goodie.
My man in Amsterdam. How you been?
All right, brother. How you been?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. You know, another day here in paradise. Another day working the system. So,
another squeaky wheel. Another ghost in the background.
Yeah, a wiki ghost. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's a glitch in the system, John. Every time you see a black cat walk by, it means there's a ghost in the matrix.
I hear a little WD-40 is going to clear that right up.
Only a handsome, my kingdom for WD-40. So I think this is the time we start the show. We start goddamn shots. Yes, folks, I'm cold. Mainly it's the circulation because of all the drinking. But I feel like if you drink a little more, you get a little warmer. So it's a give and take, ebb and a flow. Oh, life would be so much better if we drank ourselves a sweater. John, let's drink until we can't feel these feelings no more. Come on, buddy. You know the words. Oh, we're shooting all the shots and we're taking all the knots, but we won't do it till Tuesday more. Come on, folks. And everybody singing shots, everybody drinking shots, smoking, drinking shots. Okay. Shoot them up. Even though something. I write for Disney. I don't know if you knew that. Cheers, Sean.
The lyrics sound just as good. Cheers, everybody.
Woo. Okay, well, that's out of my system. Whew. This room is clear. He has been exercised. Usually I need an old priest and a young priest, but right now I did it on my own. Did you have time?
We got a couple messages and we're going to go right into the show because we got a good one.
Can't wait.
Baby got bangs and she's going through a crisis.
When emotions hit so hard, you get bangs. You don't know why, but you just sit there in the room and just cry. Got them bangs. They've got emotions.
My bangs and I don't know why. Hi, it's Trappy, your little baby. I'm so happy to be here. Good to see everybody. How's everybody doing?
Oh, you're doing great now. Now that I look at you look like Cher, baby. So, if I could turn back time, tell him if I could find a way. Come on, MFA. I would be.
This is really, really, really weird. Everybody's bitching about how cold it is. It got to 73 degrees in Michigan today, and it's going to be a balmy 75 tomorrow. What is happening? Climate change? No, nothing to see here.
What's happening? I feel like you're auditioning for a fucking weather anchor. It's going to be a balmy 75 here in Michigan, and don't be afraid to pack that poncho because we have a slight chance of a smattering of rain. All right. Jimmy Bob, back to you over for sports.
As a Wiccan minister, I do not say that you have been exorcised. That demon is still there. You need to do shots, more shots.
Shot. The whole thing is you burn them from the inside. That's how I did a lot of hostile takeovers and government coups. You know, you might have heard of such things as Bay of Pigs. Well, I love pork, so I studied up on that. First thing you got to disrupt from the inside, right? Shots. Oh, you're nice on the outside, but you're wrecked on the inside, John. Wrecked, my friend.
I would cut those bangs and shred them if I can find a pair of scissors. Hold on, I got a lighter.
Oh, it's fantastic. The musical musings of the two-sided pod and their fans. I don't think it gets much better than this. John, we're going to go on fucking tour. If nothing else, at least make an album. Now, that's what I call music.
Okay, I tried to erase the last message I was sending you because I got distracted and fucked it all up. But anyways, hello everybody. Hello MFA, long time no see. I love your avatar. It looks beautifully amazing. Yeah, I hope that you didn't get the first one. I tried to make it go away. Anyways, hello.
Hello. I'm just going to be a little offended because you didn't mention anything about mine. I took my costume off. I'm back to being Jesus. Hey, Zeus. No, I said, hey, Zeus. All right, fair enough.
I think that one's a bunch of bullshit right there, MFA. It was only 55 degrees in this motherfucker. Satan's ball sack was cold as shit and shriveled up.
All right, folks, looks like we got a cold front moving in, and Satan's testicles are right up in his abdomen, so we know it's chilly down under. Okay, back to you, Billy Bob, for sports over in hell.
And if you all would like to know if there's something wrong with me, there's multiple levels of things wrong. How would you like me to list them? Alphabetically, the Dewey Decimal System, or chronological?
I'd like you to arrange them by hues of the mood ring. So whatever you think is a fucking drastic thing, put it over in the reds. Get over in, yellow. Get over in, yellow. Blues. Make it nice. Make it a nice winter. If you want to go autumn, I understand. But I'm trying to get into interior design, and I just don't know how to do it yet. And I feel like this is a good opening.
So, Mindfox, what you're saying is hell's freezing over?
Let me just stop my goddamn flying pigs and get off and listen a little louder. The pigs' wings are making too much noise. I didn't hear what she said, John. Hell is doing what now? Oh, nope, not at all. Pig, up and away. Go away. Let's go away. Hey, it's a go away. Come on, the pig fly. Hey, it's a pig fly. What is that?
I don't think there's enough hues for that.
You know what? I'm a man you need to meet. His name's Sherwin Williams. He has swatches for days, and he will change your mind, my friend. You guys like paint humor? Because so far we've had weather humor, paint humor, and bang humor. Folks, strap in. We're about to start this goddamn show. John, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right,
Shot?
let's do it. Let's do a shot. Mine's almost out. Let's do a shot. Okay, folks, here's another shot. I apologize. Everyone always, after you do a shot, always get it ready because fucking half locked and loaded. This is war, folks. You never know who's going to come across that trench. Keep one in the chamber. Cheers, John.
Hold on, let's get this.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Mm. Well, howdy.
The hardware, folk. How do you do it? I like it. We need to fix it.
I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
And I'm my boy Pete, and I'm seeing so many more holes in our technology, in our presentation, in all the production we do as the days go on, because we do this way too goddamn long.
And you're listening to Two-Sided.
It's on
California. There you go. And you're listening to Two-Sided, a live recorded podcast where each week I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life, the serious and the fun.
Yeah, John. The right and the wrong, the me and the you, the yes and the no. Johnny, Johnny, come lightly. Johnny, Johnny, come lately. Johnny, two thumbs. Look at me, look at me, look at me when I'm talking to you. These are all messages you should hear and digest.
My boy Pete, let's do a quick check-in. How are you feeling in one sentence? One sentence.
Yeah. I like that sound effect. It sounded exactly like all your other ones, very muffled and bullshitty, but it was like a car taking off, like I was just accelerating into the world, John.
It was like it was through a window or something.
Right. You should ask your neighbors in Brooklyn if they can help with the sound effects. Can you guys fight out here? Also, when I wave this flag, someone punch a meat sack. Do firecrackers for the next one. If we can get the cops involved, get the cops over here. They'll shoot their guns.
Where's my thunder at?
Where my thunder? Where's my thunder?
Well, speaking of that,
goddamn vacation. How am I? I need a goddamn vacation, John. You come back to work, and I'm just letting you know the bodies have piled up.
Yeah.
Figuratively and literally. That's all I'm saying.
That's it. That's all you need to say.
Why you gotta take more work? Why you gotta do it? Why you gotta even take vacations? You can't take it with you when you go. It turns out I can't leave it when I leave.
Weird.
Well, folks, if you're not seeing this live, I'll give you a play-by-play here. John and Pete, they just took some shots, and the looks on their faces like, maybe hell is gonna freeze over. Wait a minute. I think I hear Pete, and he's waving a little something. I don't know. Back to you in the studio, fellas.
Sure, you guys, that's the sign that we should light the fireworks and beat the meat. What? He said, the meat. That's what I said. I said, beat the meat, you guys. Come on, he's waving the flag. Worst podcast Foley artists ever.
Pummel the meat sack.
Pummel. No, come on, guys, get with it. Wow. This is our show?
This is our show.
And anyone who's anyone knows that we only wear Spanx. This show is brought to you by Spanx. Keeping John looking good and me looking bearded. Thanks, Spanx.
Thanks, Spanx. We're jumping into our first lightning round.
It's time to get down. Fuck yeah. Woo, fuck yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That was a little
you normally do.
All right, that was truly my bad, John. We did talk about this, and I was like, forgot you were a person. You're not just an accoutrement. You're a lightning guy. You're a lightning person. You too have pronouns and adverbs and dreams, hopes, ambitions. But apparently you have also a dry water bowl.
Fuck you, man.
I'm sorry, that was too easy.
Okay, watch your ass.
I will. Fucking big John in the back. Look up.
Okie dokie.
He's gonna be good.
Well, as the cops know, and anyone who's anyone knows, the first lightning round, he might have. The first lightning round of the episode is always a standard Q&A. My boy Pete, are you ready for the questions?
I'm ready for the questions, John. I'm ready.
First question. My boy Pete, did you ever play with action figures?
Fuck yeah. I didn't play, John. I made worlds.
What were some of your favorites? I prefer G.I. Joes and X-Men. Those were mine.
No, X-Men, it pales in comparison to G.I. Joe and Star Wars. Later in life, I got into Thundercats, but they were a little bigger and they had fucking hand motions. And my mom didn't like to pay for the extra fucking hand motions with like anything that had kung fu grip or like a fucking chopping motion. That was like
or extra damage on their chest. Yeah.
No, not extra damage. Like anything that moves, that's $5 extra. Like you just want a little thing. You want a stuffed animal? I can do it for $2. Like, nope. The G.I. Joe, I fuck with G.I. Joe.
I was a Snake Eyes man myself.
See, I was Snow Shadow. Of course.
There you go.
Polar opposites. Of course.
The two sides. It's the two sides.
Yeah. If we were in a Western, I would definitely be wearing a white Stetson and shooting you in the street, John. That is going to happen.
Did you ever have one of the Millennium Falcon models that the action figures could actually go inside?
My cousin had it. I had the Darth Vader carrying case. I had the Ewok Village. I had Jabba's Palace. I had 2 speedrunners that could, when you hit trees, you could hit the button and then explode into 3 pieces. I gave all that to my nephew, and he played with her for a while, and then he's not playing with it anymore. I'm like, hey, to my sister, I'm like, hey, Kate, I'm gonna need that shit back because I don't care about the money so much, but I will get fucked up and play with that. If you don't think I'll work the Ewok Village now, if you don't think that I have the means and wherewithal to build an actual Ewok Village around said Ewok Village, you don't know my drive. You don't know where I'm from. You don't know me. And so far, she's been radio silent, so apparently she doesn't.
She doesn't know you. Well, I know that the Ewoks are your jam.
Yeah. All I can say to that, Sean, is, ooh, no. Fucking nerding out here, bro. Don't look behind the curtain, folks. I'm a nerd at heart. Me on the streets, but I'm all nerd.
Well, since you mentioned the sister, I'm gonna ask a follow-up question. Did you ever play with dolls?
No. My sister played with me as a doll. There's pictures of her dressing me up and putting me in her doll cradles and shit. Because my parents didn't really give too many fucks. Like they gave fucks, but not many. And my sister was so responsible. Like, and she really was. Like,
still is. Yeah.
Still is. Like 100%. Like, she ain't gonna let shit happen. Like, of course you can dress him up in a little dress and put him in a little cradle and rock him. Of course. That won't affect him.
He won't have memories, so we'll take pictures.
Fast forward to when I'm the youngest cousin of 4 before we had our other 2 cousins, and my 2 cousins, Amy, and she loved plays and loved the Brothers Grimm and loved Shakespeare and loved make believe and loved all that shit. So,
awesome person.
100%. So every time we got together, she would write a play, or we would reenact a play, and like, so she was always the witch or the whatever, the evil. My cousin John was always the knight or the, you know, Lothar, like the heroine, the hero.
The hero. There you go.
Hero. And my sister would be the heroine, the damsel in distress. And I would always get to be either the fairy or the wood nymph.
The troll.
Or no, I didn't even get to be the troll. Because if there's a troll, Amy would get to be the troll.
Anything is conceived as evil, got to go to her.
Got to go to her. I get to be, and so I was like, there's tons of pictures of us doing plays, and I'm like, how am I in a fucking fairy costume and a wig with a wand? You guys are assholes.
You were the fawn.
I'm saying no, but it's, yeah, it makes you understand, like it's but I didn't play with the dolls. I was like, because I would always go with John, like, let's play with guns, let's play with Star Wars, let's play with G.I. Joe, like, because that was okay back then. I can't believe I can say this, but back then it was okay to play with guns, not like real guns, but they sold tons of guns that were fake that looked 100% real.
Yeah,
like 100% real.
Before those regulations,
Every time that they go to another country, because they travel all the time, he would like, oh, I got flintlocks from this, I got a Mauser from Germany, I got like all these different things, like very realistic looking guns,
collector's items, I'm sure.
Right. Well, probably now. Dude,
that's what I'm saying now. Yeah.
If I had my lawn darts, I'd either have collector's items or I'd waste them all, throw them at you as you run away. Run, Ginger, run!
Right, but cops and robbers, cowboys and Indians, that was just a standard thing, right? Yeah.
Same thing, right. But then he was using realistic looking guns, which was a change from being a kid in my neighborhood where you all had plastic guns and like bang, bang, bang. And like, okay, but like it looks fucking real. Like,
right.
And it always freaks me out. It always fucking freaks me out.
Right.
I don't know why. It just always, as a kid, ugh.
Well, you were street smart even back then.
I'm telling you.
So my boy Pete, what is the difference between an action figure and a doll?
There's it's the marketing. There's truly nothing different. They will say an action figure has more movable joints. It has wrist movement, arm movement,
hip movement,
any articulation, kung fu grip, kung fu chop, Hadouken,
right.
Hyper uppercut, whatever, doesn't matter. A doll is a standard doll that is the Cabbage Patch doll, the Barbie doll, but now Barbie has articulation.
Right. Barbie blended it.
Barbie. Thanks, Ken. Behind every good Barbie, there's a mansion.
And now a movie.
Bro. No, and I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it.
Well, if anyone can take it on, Margot Robbie can definitely.
Yeah, no, 100%. But still, like they have to be. It has to be written well. If they give her a shit script, and this is what our message is, she can't save it. No one can save bad script. You just can't do it. So I would say doll movement would be action if they're saying it, but truly if you're selling a doll, But that's in a collector's eyes. If you're selling toys to children, they're all action figures. You can make your doll do anything. Like any one of them can do anything, right?
Yeah.
Like Snow Job of my GI Joes. Like he wasn't the only one who could ski. They could all ski.
Right.
Like it's the whole thing. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
My sister's Barbies, they could lose their heads because there's terrorists, and that's why GI Joes need to come and save them.
Right.
I don't know why you're so angry. My dolls are coming to save yours. Why are you angry? One head. Bullshit.
Oh, okay. So between action figures, the ones you're talking about, dolls, the ones you're talking about, which one is scarier when they suddenly animate?
Oh, dolls.
Why?
Because they shouldn't. Action figures, they're meant for action, John. It's in the name. You're not listening to your questions, bro? I'm just saying. Action figures, like, yeah, it's like the Little Monsters, the Little Heroes, or they've had a few,
right,
other than Toy Story, like, but you have a doll that is supposed to be, yeah, you're thinking Chucky, but think of Monkey Shines, or think of Caroline, or think of
Coraline, yeah,
Coraline, or think of every time I go and stay to my great aunt's house in her guest room, and all them shits would dance at night in her shells. This is the worst experience of my life. Like, they're all still clown dolls, but they're all looking at me. I know they're moving when I'm not, because I hear things. That's just the house. That's the fucking dolls. The dolls are making the house move. Are you not getting this?
That was a bad dream. I didn't go to sleep.
Yeah. 3 days later. I can't sleep. Well, maybe you should take a clown and go to bed. A clown? Screenplay number 9.
Fantastic, man. All right, so we're going to jump into our first real segment of the episode very soon, but we got a couple of messages, so let's do those.
Pop those bubbles, buddy.
Which one of these? Awesome.
This is the scene right here in Central Park, New York at this moment. We are... Oh, yes. Oh, it's just fireworks. No big.
Perfect. He saw the yellow flag. That's how we Foley artists around here. Thanks, Foggy, for being part of the whole program. John, let's wave the next flag.
Just like Teddy Ruxpin. He was a good bear. He recorded all the shit I wanted to say.
Bro, okay. That, I had Teddy Ruxpin, and I think it broke, and I think we got rid of it at some point, and I didn't know. Like, looking back, there's so many great things that I would have just held on to so long. I think I have a few. No, I know I have a few. But the Teddy Ruxpin, John, was a fucking tape. A goddamn tape. So you could make him sing Guns and, like, you like Ozzy Osbourne? You want to say dirty words and record on your mom's, I hit play and record, and I say poop, fuck, balls. Poop, fuck, balls. And I take that tape and I put it in Teddy Ruxpin. Hey, Teddy, like, poop, fuck, balls. Mom, it's not me. It's the bear. Science.
I think they should make a new Chucky doll, and they should call it Chunky to resemble, your average obese kid in the U.S. Chunky.
See, I'm with you.
The drive-through just to steal your fries and mustard sauce.
If it doesn't get you there, you'll probably No, 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 John. See, these are the paths of inequity that you can't let me go down. People leave me on. They leave me on. They talk to me. No, John, I can't. This is how you said I'll get canceled. I'm not going to do it. We have a writing bed.
Okay, did you say a John? Like this little John, this little JOHN, like this little fucking
Oh, Angela cares because we all care about our Angela cares. Hey, nobody looks and stares when we all sing all about Angela cares. Folks, Angela cares is here. Everyone should have a theme song when they enter, and I think that's a good one. Angela cares. I'm gonna let you know something. I respect the fucking hell out of you. Shouldn't say fucking. I respect the hell out of you. You and Seabird that you did the Sober October, because I was like, I had a bunch of jokes. And I was like, I'm not trying to make jokes. Like I gotta respect that. But now that it's done, oh, girl, I got jokes. Congratulations. But I'm waiting. John and I are doing a debaucherous December. And so what we're doing is every day we're going to do something we've never even heard of. We're not sure if it's legal. We're not sure if it's straight. But then we're going to record. No, see, it's not as funny when we live in this world, John. Why don't you just, you do your human adrenal gland, I'll do my human adrenal gland, and then we'll see what else we can find. But we'll also have to test it to make sure it's clean.
Oh my God, there's so many things I want to say. But another thing, Dave, Chunky, just a small enemy dog following you around going, snacks. Brilliant.
Hey, you gonna eat that? You gonna go have some of that? That's a cigarette butt. You gonna go have some of that? That's yours. All right. Hey, you gonna go have some of that? That's my computer. You gonna go have some of that? You're gonna eat everything. All right.
And the chunky doll, instead of holding a knife in its hand, it's holding a Taco Bell burrito. Angela cares, fell down the stairs. Oh, oops, whoop, boom, 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 boom.
Tell me it's not a fucking Rodgers and Hammerstein piece right there, John. Boom, 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 boom. Even though something, boom, 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 boom. She keeps on getting up, falling downstairs, boom, boom, boom. October is over, boom, 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 boom.
Hi, I'm Harry, the good guy doll, and I'm going to be your friend until the end.
All right, one thing I can say, John. My dad was a lawyer and did a lot of weird work for a lot of weird people. Well, I think it's weird, but there was one guy who was some religious thing about something. I don't even know, but he ended up giving us a lot of free Bible character action figures. So like, oh, here's Moses, and here's like Joshua, and here's Noah. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, we're not buying these. You want more? Talk to your mother. Yeah, no, Star Wars and G.I. Joe. That's the answer.
The Butchers December, that's, hold tight. Explain that, please.
First thing about debaucherous December is we don't talk about debaucherous December. We just do debaucherous December.
I want to give you some big love right now because that whole Annabelle series, I've seen multiple movies. I love it's so scary.
It's awful. Like I can't do horrors. Anyway, nope, that's awful. Like I don't like them. Anyway, go, John.
Hi, I'm Harry. Some people call me Pervy Doll. You could do anything to me.
I think my buddy. I don't know what Pervy Doll looks like, but I think my buddy's dating her. I'm like, dude, like that's rough, bro. Let's get serious on him, John.
So we are going to get serious. People are giving us a lot of love. Thank you so much for that. But we are jumping into our first segment. Yes. Let's hit this, hit a shot, and jump into it.
Let's all. You know what? Here's the deal. Everyone play that shot, but pour your shots. I just said shots 2 times.
You guys.
This is taking an absolute terrible turn.
There's a special place in hell for all the two-sided fans. And I will let you know, we will have a full spread buffet with an open bar there when you guys get there. So cheers to you. Shot. Bing, bing,
cheers,
bing,
everybody.
Bing, bing.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for tuning in. I should have had bread or something today.
So as hinted by MFA, we are going to talk about Annabelle.
No, we're not.
Oh yeah.
Why did she? No. Is that why she said it? Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck your couch, John. I gotta sleep tonight, bro. You understand that? All right. Fair enough. All right. Do your worst.
All right.
I will call you in the middle of the night. I will call Elena in the middle of the night. I'm scared. I need company. I will use the number because I know I have a number now. Like that's a whole thing. Like that's a whole other thing. That's a whole John. You and me, John. Ride or die. We're Thelma and Louise and this shit out of here. Let's talk about Annabelle, Clarabelle, Lady Bird.
As long as I can hold your hand.
Damn straight. I'm scared as hell. Of course you're holding my hand.
So rivaling Chucky for the most horror movies featuring a possessed doll, Annabelle has infiltrated our imaginations and delightfully terrorized our senses through cinemagoraphoria. Since the first movie to feature her in 2013, The Conjuring. Since then, started only a year later, she had 3 spin-off movies of her own: Annabelle, Annabelle Creation, and Annabelle Comes Home, along with 3 more Conjuring sequels: Conjuring 2, Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It, and this year's 2022 Conjuring The Beyond. Unlike Chucky, though, yeah.
Here's the deal. I would fight a hobo to be Annabelle's agent. Like, doll, you are going places. You come and sign with me. I'm going to get 10% of that. This doll is everywhere, see? John, I can stop you right there. I know you have a lot. You're in the middle of a paragraph. I realize that, but I had to get a little bit of words in here. Yeah. I can tell you why. I can tell you why it's scarier and why it's not as good and why no one should watch it and why society is taking a turn for the worse. I can tell you all these things, John. Listen to me. John, do you want to go on or should I? Who goes?
So unlike Chucky, though, which is purely a creation of Hollywood, Annabelle actually comes from a real-life source. And that is what we're going to talk about, the real-life source of Annabelle the doll.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Because this is not okay. Because it deals with the supernatural and things that could be weird, and people believe this, and like people are doing seances and doing the weird fucking bullshit. Chucky's just having fun, man. Chucky's just a killer who got into a doll's body. He's just fucking shit up. Come on, John.
He got a bride. Time. He's doing good.
Bro, he hangs out with a leprechaun at St. Patty's Day, and they fuck shit up. It's amazing.
Coraline is a side piece of his.
You're gonna get this one involved, like, and they're gonna have seances. No, thank you. The Conjuring, you're gonna conjure a what to the what No, John. The answer is no. No.
I do have some verses from the Necronomicon that I could read. Would you like me to?
No, I want you to shut the fuck up and go on with your thing. You're scaring me. I need you to stop.
So the real Annabelle, demonic doll from paranormal investigator Lorraine Warren.
No, don't say the real Annabelle. Don't say that. Say the story that the movie Annabelle was based on. Don't say that. Come on, John. You're just... I'm going to talk about whataboutism soon. I'm going to start yelling fake news, like when we have nothing else to depend on. I'm going to start yelling things at you that are not defendable, but are so true. You want that? Do you want that, John? Should I go to my basest form of arguments, John? Please be gentle with my soul. I have to sleep tonight. So the Annabelle doll that the movies were based on.
Correct. The stories of this doll come from Lorraine Warren, paranormal investigator, and her late husband, Ed Warren.
Right. I'm getting someone lost a relative with a W in this area. Was it a warning? No, it's a Warren. It's a Warren. Okay, moving on.
I had a Warren in my life that had a doll.
Nice. We're going to make a story out of this shit. John? Continue.
So the doll in the movies are a frightening-looking porcelain doll in a child's image. Well, with long hair, and the real Annabelle doll that the movies are based on. Sorry, you told me not to do that. This doll that the movies are based on, this inanimate object in which the movies are based on.
100% not. It's not dangerous at all. It won't find me in my sleep, right, John?
Exactly. Yes, it will not.
Perfect.
It will not. Because
what happened to the alleged?
It is locked in a box at Warren's Occult Museum at her Monroe, Connecticut home.
Here's the deal, John. Here's the deal. You come to my house and you do this shit to me, John, and don't get my dander up a lot. But John, I have to sleep tonight, John. You had a doll walked into a box allegedly? I can't wait to hear what the fun segment's about. This is going to be great, you guys.
Oh, I let you off easy because I knew this one would be hard for you.
Oh, does anyone want to have a sleepover night, like all night and never go to sleep again? You guys want to hang out all night? Anyone? Like all night? Like seriously, come over. All of us? Fuck you, John. Anyone? No, you can come too, but fuck you. Leave your stories at home. Okay, pitter patter, John. Let's get at her.
So we had so much fun with the Halloween episodes throughout the month of October. This is actually a bonus one, and I realized that this would be the hardest one for Pete, so I helped leading him up to it. Lead him up to it. You know, we talked about monsters, vampires, witches, zombies, but now we got dolls, baby.
But the thing that my fucking through line that we've said is, I don't fuck with the occult. That is what wrecks house in my life. You're like, all right, I'm saving the best for last. So you like possessed dolls, right? You don't? But I was just reading my Ouija board, and I'm pretty sure that you're in. Fuck you, John. Fuck your couch. All right. I'm gonna go down on this. I'm gonna tune out. Nope. I'm gonna shave my arms with this knife. Nope, that seems very drastic. I'm gonna smoke this weed instead.
There you go. You smoke that. So this one is not porcelain. It is a plain-looking classic Raggedy Ann doll with red yarn for hair. But the Raggedy Ann at the Warren's Museum is no ordinary doll. According to Warren, it is inhabited by a, quote, inhuman spirit. And there's warning on the glass not to touch.
Okay. All right. That, John, all I can say is marketing is beautiful, because the last time I was at a group giant family gathering at Thanksgiving, I put a sign that said, "Don't put your dick in the mashed potatoes." I promise you, there's at least 5 dicks in there by the time that dinner. It was crazy. No one would have done that if you didn't say it. Everyone's touching the glass.
Family gathering? This was a family gathering?
Not my family.
I
like to crash family parties. People do weddings. I do family reunions. I go deep.
So, decades ago, a youthful visitor banged on Annabelle's enclosure, mocking her until Ed, the husband who's passed, kicked him out, Lorraine says. The offender and his girlfriend rode off on his motorcycle. What happened next?
Hey, Faguzzi, bella, right up on the motorcycle.
Wait, where's the museum?
Connecticut.
Hey. Fuck off. Okay, I don't even know what the Connecticut accent is. Hey, we're visiting from Italy. Fuck
off. Quote from Lorraine, quote, the girlfriend told us they were both laughing and joking about the doll when the young man lost control of the bike and crashed head-on into a tree. He died, she survived.
Hey, it's a fucking the doll.
And dead.
Normally I drive a Vespa, but I'm pretty sure I can handle these horsepowers. Ciao, Bella. Oh!
So the series of movies were based on Warren's real-life case involving the doll. The couple, Warren and her husband, Ed, had a lot of input on the first movie, but the plot surrounding the Annabelle series is, of course, fabricated. All that stuff in the movies, that ain't real. That's Hollywood.
Yeah. No, that's 100%. It's like G.I. Joe is real, but G.I. Joe, like fucking, the movies were not. Like half of the cartoons were not.
Right.
And
the more you know.
No, John, knowing is half the battle. And once you know that it's half fake, it's like, you know what?
So Warren, who mostly, along with her late husband, has investigated more than 10,000 cases of paranormal activity, presented the talk and slideshow of cases at the Catholic Girls' High School with the help of her son-in-law, Tony Spera.
Why would you do that? Hey, Tony, you want to come and fuck these fucking Catholic girls up about paranormal shit? Hey, Ma, I thought you never asked. Let's fuck some Catholic girls' dreams up. That's ridiculous, John. Why was it a Catholic girls' school? Why did Tony Soprano, Tony
Spera.
Yeah, Sparbera. Yeah. Why did Tony, and Tony's ma, decide to present their 1,500 ideas that they... Hey, this one time I was standing in my living room and all of a sudden it got fucking cold as shit. Mom, mark it down. That's 222. You're doing good.
So it was...
Why did they let them do that to those poor Catholic girls? I mean, I love their uniforms, but I hate their policies.
Well, there's a reason for that. I will talk about that very soon. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait, John. You see how you fucking bait me and I ask questions and you can't even answer? Let's go on.
Oh, so these presentations had such a huge demand that they spurred the interest that eventually became the Hollywood interest. So Warren is a Roman Catholic. She is deeply devout, and in the early career with her husband, they often worked with priests and other clergy because they rely on blessings and sometimes exorcism to resolve the cases. So everything that they were doing in the paranormal world as their profession was Catholic based. That's why the Catholic high school allowed them to do that over and over and over again.
Oh, 100%. So it was in your next sentence. It was like John Carpenter's vampires. Like it was the vampire hunters fucking blessed by the church. I get you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. Okay, I'm with you. If you had told me that early, like, here's this one sentence I'm saving up. No, just make the good reference. I'm like, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I get you. This is why, because you scratch my back, I'll scratch your Catholic. Things will be fine.
So she said the power of faith has gotten her out of many scary situations because it's often about fighting the demonic with goodness. Holy water is a tool. It's a protection and a drive.
100%. John and I visited a few missions.
Yeah.
I drank from the water. I'm pretty sure I got trench mouth from there, but it could be from sharing a glass with John at a bar later on in Pismo. I'm not sure. Either way, trench mouth. And I feel like I can fight demons. Is that weird? I don't know. Jury will tell.
So this connection started around the age of 7 or 8 when she saw lights or auras around people, but she was afraid to tell her parents for fear that they would think she was crazy. She spent many years praying about it because, quote, I didn't want to be different, she said. Warren died early 2019 at the age of 92. So back to the doll. Looks are deceiving, Warren said. It's not what the doll looks like that makes it scary. It's what it has been infused within the doll. Evil, end quote. Skeptics might insist it's nothing more than campfire fiction, but Warren lore says the original Annabelle began her reign of terror in 1970 after being purchased in a hobby shop by a mother as a gift for her daughter.
Horseshit. All horseshit. All I'm saying is horseshit. They say, oh, it's not evil as it looks. It's what it's imbued with. Fuck you, Warren. Actively, fuck you. John, hear me out on this.
Okay.
You see a goddamn evil doll. It's an evil doll. You see a Cabbage Patch. Oh, it's cute. It's great. You leave that motherfucker in the sun for 28 days. It has a melted face. It's an evil doll. I don't care what you say. You do a Teddy Ruxpin, you melt some of those wires like, I'm here to be your friend. No, Teddy, you are not. It is about the presentation of the one doll to the world. It is not, you can't imbue presence upon an inanimate object. You can feel the past. You get your grandfather's watch, you know. I had this uncomfortable piece of metal up my ass for 14 years. That is imbued, John. John. But a doll, because Rectus, Dominus, Sanctus, fuck yeah. Nope. Now you're trying to scare me. And I don't like that you've tried to turn in that many ideas of paranormal activities. You and your goddamn son at a Catholic school for girls. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. And I see what you're doing with dolls. And I don't like that either. You're ruining dolls. You have ruined dolls. All right. I feel better about defending my fucking castle, John. I feel good about sleeping with this. So continue. If you have more, I will have to put up more defenses. But I can sleep right now. Yeah, fuck you. You and your son. I don't give a shit. Your dolls are fine.
So at the museum, Annabelle is kept in a glass box secured with ritualistic prayers. Quote, we have a priest come in and bless the museum, including Annabelle, says Lorraine, whose husband died in 2006. These are prayers that bind the evil, much like an electric fence for a dog, end quote.
Here's the deal. Now you're tempting. John. If we had the crew back together, if we were doing heists like we did back in the day, allegedly, I would say we got to go break Annabelle out, leave her ass on the floor, and see what happens. John. No. Or at least set fire to everything.
Right.
But you're breaking her out anyway because apparently the demon is fireproof because of the hell doctrine. John, I don't know if you read all literature.
Yeah, fire's just going to set them free.
Exactly. And I'm okay with that. But it's like, if you're going to do it, let's do it. We're going to get arson involved too. I just want to break it, enter it. Anyway, go ahead. I digress.
Okay. So the last is a little bit of the orange. The story of where Annabelle began, right? The origin story. The real one. I'm sorry, the doll, the thing, the inanimate object that these movies happen to be based off of. Not the real one, right? There you go. Is that good?
Hey, John, did you know there's a cup that Mary Magdalene held up and collected the blood of Christ from his rib as he died? And that is the cup of life. You want to hear the story about that?
The Grail.
You want to hear about that?
In another one, when we do a reverse two-sided.
Oh, cool. Then you chose poorly. See how that works? Go ahead, John. Tell me the story about a doll that you read about.
In the non-fiction version of Annabelle, there are two nurses living together in Hartford, Connecticut. One of the nurses was gifted the Raggedy Ann doll by her mother in 1970. Sparrow believes the mother purchased the doll from a second-hand store. After she received the present, a string of eerie occurrences ensued in the apartment. For instance, the nurse would leave the doll on the couch, only to return to find the doll sitting in the bedroom.
Because the dog got it. They didn't know that there was a dog living in the attic. La 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 la. Dog shake toys. See, John, got you there.
The nurses became concerned with the inanimate object's subtle movements, especially when they discovered parchment paper with the words "Help me" written in crayon scattered across the apartment. The women had no idea where the parchment paper came from, and they had none stored in their complex. The parchment notes were nothing compared to what happened next.
No, 100%, because the dog in the attic had a kid who was keeping it there. The kid's like, "Help me." The dog's like, "Get up there." Roar, 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 roar. 100%. La, 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 la. Everything's fine. What else you got?
One morning, while the nurses were eating at their breakfast nook, Annabelle's two flimsy little cloth arms levitated onto the table. With the startling paranormal activity taking place, the nurses were oddly fascinated by the doll. One of the nurses deducted the doll's actions meant that she was trying to communicate with the roommates, so she called a psychic for advice. The medium took no time coming to the nurse's aid and quickly held a seance. While hosting the ritual, the psychic reported that she was...
Go ahead. No, I'm just saying no. Keep talking.
That she was quote, sensing the spirit of a young girl about 6 or 7 years old.
No. Because you open a portal, you don't call for help. You ignore it, like the tumor that's growing in your abdomen. La 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 la. Everybody wins. Jesus Christ, John.
The psychic went on to impart that the child was killed outside this apartment complex in a car accident. Quote, "Her name is Annabelle, and she's in that doll," the psychic said. And that's how the name Annabelle came to be.
Fuck that psychic. She wasn't even Madame Cleo. She doesn't even have a name. It's not me. It's the doll. The doll's I'm just saying, John. I'm just saying, fuck that shit. Because no. How Children in the Corn get started? Those bunch of weird kids in the corn. You live in Iowa. You know. See, John, I made that funny so I can sleep again. Self-preservation, baby. Watch me. Watch me survive.
It's getting a little too scary for you, so I'm going to stop reading. I'm just going to summarize the rest because it does get weirder.
No, please don't. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, don't. Summarize like shit.
And we're done.
Shit got super fucked up. The doll started like eating their food, and like turns out like you saw single white female, right? Well, that was what the doll did. It cut its hair like a roommate. It's like, I'm a nurse too. It's like, what? You're working on the same shift? It's like, you're still in my shifts? Yeah, crazy. And then all of a sudden they got fucking the doctor who I was interested in, and the doll started dating. It's like, oh, you bitch. And they're like, I can't believe it. Totally swooped in on my entire thing. And that's why it's a horror story. That, John, is why it's a horror story. And I can sleep tonight. I don't need to watch it. I don't like that kind of Sex and the City stuff about dolls. I'm good.
You got it, 100%. That's it. That's all, everybody. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, folks. And if you don't think I'm joking, I'm not joking. That's what happened. And I'll fight you. In the words of Seabird, fight about it.
Now on our YouTube, people are saying, "Don't let them chicken out on this. Keep reading. Keep reading."
Those fuckers, the YouTube sons of bitches. All right, John, I'm gonna take one for the team because you can do it. Because they want to hear. They're like the graphic, gory bullshit people. And what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna listen. I'm gonna make cocktails.
There you go.
I'm gonna roll a joint. I'm going to make fun of things as soon as I hear them. I've been watching a lot of Survivor, John. I've been watching a lot of Survivor. We're on season 43 right now. I went back and started season 38. Again, I'm like halfway through because I can't wait week to week. And we are 37, so it's really good. I'm just saying, John, sometimes you gotta know when to hold them. Sometimes you gotta know when to fold them. Right now, I feel like I'm gonna hold them. You do your thing. I'll do my thing. We'll meet back in the middle because people like horror, and I understand that I'm just a gentle giant who must be coddled and cared for. I'm like a weeping willow, John. I'm gentle. Fuck off. I'm scared easy. I'm gunshot. No, I'm not. If you roll your eyes back in your head when we're about to fight, I won't. I'll pass out.
How about this? I got 3 more paragraphs. Why don't you take your headphones off? I'll give you a signal.
No, I want all of it, John. I don't play like that. I need to be able to. I'll quietly do the Lord's work.
All right, here we go.
I tune out our shows.
So after processing what they had heard, the nurses believed that a human spirit was occupying the doll, and they began treating Annabelle more like a human than a doll. For a little while, everything was fine, until one night Lou, the fiancé of one of the nurses, was sleeping on the couch with Annabelle apparently seated on the opposite end. That night, Lou woke up, startled and sweaty. One of the nurses asked him what was wrong, and he responded, "I just had a craziest dream. I had a dream that the doll there was crawling up my leg, and it got to my neck and was trying to strangle me to death," end quote. Angrily reacting to the nightmare, Lou picked up up Annabelle and chucked her raggedy body across the apartment floor. Lou belittled the doll, shouting that she is, quote, "nothing more than a Raggedy Ann doll. She can't hurt anybody." As soon as Lou launched the doll, he is said to have provoked the demonic presence attached to it, causing, quote, 7 psychic wounds to appear on his body, 4 slashes across his chest, and 3 on his stomach. According to the Sepra, the wounds cropped up like claw marks and scalpel incisions on his flesh, and the attack on Lou was indicative of the spirit tied to the doll, was far more sinister than any 6-year-old girl.
Okay, but these are fucking nurses. these nurses, they could be crazy motherfuckers who are doing crazy shit. And like, turns out I slashed myself like 4 days ago. I'm like, look at things now. I threw the doll, slashed myself. I've been growing my thumbnail out. You thought it was for Coke. It's not. Meek, 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 meek. And I got myself like that. Like, look at the doll. Like, look at this. Dolls. It's good. It got my leg. Someone's crazy. You can't trust nurses. I say first responders shouldn't get 10% off meals because of this story. I'll stick by it.
So after the assault, the tormented nurses turned to an Episcopal priest in Connecticut for help. As a result of the severity, Episcopal?
Oh, yeah. Episcopalian? Oh,
yeah.
John, don't get me started about those guys. They couldn't exorcise a demon if they had the demon in their pants. John.
Had a demon at the gym.
Catholic. John, you got to get an old priest and a young priest. Catholic style. Go old school, John. Everybody knows that. Anybody who's exercised any kind of demons knows old priest, young priest, Catholic. John, all right, what did the Episcopalian fuck up? We're all ears.
So as a result of the severity of their predicament, the priest directed them to the Warrens. Once Ed and Lorraine Warren were on the Annabelle case, they had a priest do an exorcism on the apartment to cast out any spirits. Afterward, Ed took the doll with him for safekeeping. After the paranormal investigator placed her in the back seat of his vehicle, he claimed to have had car troubles on his way home. These all are reflected in some way in the movies, and these are the true sources that have led into the fictional movies of the 7 Annabelle Conjuring movies.
I'm sensing someone in this side of the audience has had a doll started with the name of the letter A. A is there an abolitionist? No, not abalonist. No, not Annabelle. Yes, I think it's you. Okay, I believe that bitch caused my car trouble. Boom. Let's lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up.
And that is the true end of my segment on Annabelle.
You're the worst. I'll put my headphones back on. John, I'm not even scared. It's just stupid people being stupid about dolls.
Exactly.
Remember when Beanie Babies were a big thing?
Yeah.
Just think about if we had like the evil Beanie Baby. Like, well, I woke up and a Beanie Baby was crawling up my leg, and my nurse friend threw it down and cursed it. It turns out I had this Beanie Baby marks all over my chest. It's like, it was before you came out. I mean, after. I'm like, I didn't do anything. And they're like, we're going to get these other people who are big Beanie Baby believers to come in and like, yeah, this house is clear. I'm going to throw this fucking Beanie Baby in the back of my car. It's like, I got car trouble? You are a Beanie Baby believer. You drive a shit Nissan. Of course. Did you have car trouble yesterday? Well, yeah. What about the day before? Uh-huh. And every day you've driven for the last year? Oh, well, of course. But I'm pretty sure it was the fucking Beanie Baby. I don't know. I'm just a Beanie Baby psychic. People are stupid. You're stupid. I can sleep well at night knowing that I'm a better person than anyone who believes that horrible shit. It's not true, and it won't affect my sleep patterns. My circadian rhythms are intact.
You're like the person in the world where they say spells can't hurt you if you don't believe in them. You're like, I don't believe him, and I don't believe him. I don't, and then it works on you.
No. I am the person on the Titanic that's up at the top. Like, we are not sinking. We are not sinking. We are not sinking. We are not sinking. We're not sinking. You guys keep playing the fucking song. I love it. We're not sinking. Ah!
I do believe in spooks. I do believe in spooks.
John, it's been an honor being an asshole with you. Nearer two-sided to thee, nearer to thee. John, should we do some drinking and get on to better topics of things that won't divide us as a country? As in divisive dolls, John.
Yes, we should. We got a lot of messages.
We've hurt too much, John. We've hurt too much. Let's get drunk.
Great.
Bing, bing, bing. All right, let's do a shot first.
All right, let's do a shot first before you say, oh, you want me to play buttons?
Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah, you have a lot of things going on here. Kevin, here you're focusing.
Of course it's taking an extra special turn. You invited me to the show, MFA. What did you think was going to happen? It was going to go peachy keen? This fucking train has derailed at the intersection of I don't know where we are, and I don't care what we're doing, but let's do another shot there. Let's shot.
Where we're going, we don't need rails, my friends.
Is that what you're doing? Okay, I guess.
No, we're not. Don't be judgmental. Don't be a Caroline doll. Isn't that what they call them, Don?
Sleep is overrated, sir. You'll get plenty of sleep when you're taking the deep sleep.
Preach. That's how I feel about life in general. Like, I have that when they put a name to it, the FOMO. It's not fear of missing out. It's fear of missing daylight. It's fear of missing time. My dreams are fucked up, man. I don't need those. I don't need those in my life. As long as you get enough sleep to function and get through your life, and then you can drink heavily as soon as you don't have any responsibilities, and then you Uber everywhere. Ah, it's a beautiful life. Fuck sleep. Let's get on with the goddamn party.
Okay, so we got Chunky instead of Chucky, and then we got Anorexic Alice instead of Annabelle.
Now we're just going through Garbage Pail Kids. What about Sean Sheen, where he's not Freddy, but he's cut his own face off with his fingers? What about Sticky Ricky? What about Obese Maurice? I'm just saying.
She has an OnlyFans. Annabelle's coming together. Coming.
Annabelle. OnlyFans. Does Annabelle have an OnlyFans? John, we don't have an OnlyFans? This is bullshit. This is all the society we live in, that a fake doll has an OnlyFans, John, and we don't. The amount of PG-13 pictures that I take and send out to random numbers to try and make friends and not get paid for is ridiculous, John. I didn't even know that could happen.
It's not scary. Stop it.
Look at him. Look at him.
Georgie, come here, Georgie.
Jesus Christ.
I have a boat for you.
This motherfucker. God damn it. Dude, I'm a big fan. All right, here's the deal. I'm going to come stay with you for a few days. We're going to get to know each other. Maybe become blood brothers. If not, I'll eat dino nuggets from your freezer, because I hear you have a kid, and I know all kids' families have dino nuggets in freezers. Pretty much, I'm coming to your house to eat dino nuggets, and I'm moving on. Like this guy, like him a lot.
Please move the weed and stuff. Please.
She's concerned. I like her. I like her a lot. The whole thing is.
Speaking of the Necronomicon and the Ouija board, my roommate in San Francisco was playing with a Ouija board,
Oof.
and the 2 5-year-old girls died in the house. And I always wondered why there was a lock on my closet up about 5 feet high. Like, who needs to lock, and why 5 feet? And that explains why doors were always opening and stuff like that. But yeah, I had to throw the Necronomicon away after, like, my 3rd friend died.
I've never had anything weird happen to me because I don't believe in that, and I don't think it's true. Gonna sleep good tonight. and I can't stop. All right, and I won't stop.
Catholic girls, the uniform begs for a nicer love making, but the policies they beg for the grudge fucking.
As long as it's all consensual, I approve of any style of copulating.
Wait a minute. Did Pete just suggest that we go break Annabelle out of her prison?
Yep.
He's been scared the whole entire time that we've talked about it.
It's
But
not.
now we'd like to break her out of prison.
It's nothing. It's a doll.
Not only that, but leave her out to her own defenses without. Oh, he's scared now. I'm on the way. We can figure this out.
I truly, maybe I don't understand what I did, but I was like, come on, it's just a doll. It's one of those like, hey, fuck you, you're a doll. And I feel like that is, as long as you truly believe that, like when you click your heels and say there's no place like two-sided, there's no place like two-sided, all of a sudden you end up like on Tuesday or Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. You just end up there, right? When you click your heels, like maybe you black out, maybe you fucking tune out, who knows? But I feel like it's the same thing. I feel like if you believe hard enough, it could happen. So I believe that, no, it's just a doll. I believe. Hey, guys, how about we have a big doll burning in the center of town, right? We're all gonna walk the same to the doll burning ceremony. Let's stand in lines. Maybe we'll wear uniforms to say, fuck the dolls. And everyone has, but very uniform. They'll be Hugo Boss. They'll be amazing. And I'm just saying, if we start burning dolls, then maybe Annabelle will come willingly to save her people, and that's what we give her. Or maybe she's just a doll and we burn her too. I don't know. Either way.
Peacock, big cock. And what a
Chloe!
I'm looking for a fabulous, famous person that has a Moan app. She's the owner of the Moan app. Have you guys seen Mona Lisa? Where's Mona Lisa?
Duck, duck, duck. I'm a goose Mona Lisa. There she is. Hey, girl. I'm a big fan how you just come in quiet, like a small ninja, like missed through a fence. I'm a big fan. Just watching, just waiting.
Yeah. We'll see if you're saying that when she's slicing and dicing at your chest there with her psychic powers.
No.
How do you figure it's the same thing?
No.
We have a phone.
Yeah.
You guys go live.
Yeah.
It pops up. Whoa! Two-Sided Podcast is live right here on your fancy dancy stereo app.
100%.
Come on down. You can be the next contestant on whatever the fuck we're doing.
I feel like that's pretty much a good description of our show. Just come on down and you're the next contestant on whatever the fuck it is we're doing.
And actually,
no, John, but not actually, because we have a goddamn set schedule on Thursdays. Right, John?
Right, and that's going to lead us to my boy Pete. Come on down. You're the next contestant on the next lightning round.
Lightning round. As long as we don't make a sound, he won't come to town. Shh.
This lightning round is one of your favorites and mine. That's right. It's editorial dick, where I give Pete a headline and he editorializes without any information or knowledge of what it is. And if he does know, he's not going to talk about facts. He's just going to talk about opinions. Editorial dick.
I know you do this every time. So you say a thing, and I say what the people feel.
Yes, or what you feel. You're the editor.
No,
You are
John,
editorializing.
John, I'm the mouthpiece of the masses.
There you go. There you go. That's right. Yes, 100%.
Okay, fair enough. I was trying to make all of us take the hit for my answers, but apparently you guys are with me, so I'll do my own hits. Go ahead, John. What do we got?
The first two, because we're in the midterm season, are a little midtermy. We will move on past that. Just so you know, I know you hate this political stuff, but
are we talking about the Final Four? We're talking. Oh no,
that's
no.
right. Yeah.
World Series.
March Madness.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Quote:
Sweet 16.
McCarthy slams Biden for dividing the nation ahead of speech assailing MAGA Republicans.
I can't stand. Okay, so I'm registered as an independent. Let me just clarify, because I refuse to vote in any, because I'm just, fuck you guys. You're all fucking assholes. Everyone's assholes. So I don't get to vote in primaries. And I'm okay with that. Because
I mean, that's not okay, but if you're okay with that, the fact that independents can't vote, it's stupid.
No, it is okay, because right now I don't feel like I can't support a Democratic. I'd be throwing a vote away. It's like, oh, I'm going to go Green Party. Like, you're throwing a vote away. If you know what because of the fucking system we live in, John, and I know you're like, it's not stupid, John. It is.
Oh, it is.
People who say that, it's when we have our. So if you're independent, you can, you have this. I'm not claiming it. You're more free to do anything than nothing. Right. Yeah, you don't get to go through the primaries, but I can't support anything the Republicans are doing. I can't support anything the Democrats are doing. I can't support, but when McCarthy does this bullshit, and it's all about fucking flexing, John. It's all the people who got fucked up in high school, who either got beat up or were in the background and had a bunch of help and never had a good fight. Like, no one got fucking beat down. Like, god damn it. Biden's dumb as shit, but he's an old man. He'll fight you. He'll fucking fight you right now. Like, that's awesome. Old man, fuck you, fight energy. I'm with it. I'm with that
shit. So, leading to the second one, quote, Biden warns GOP could set nation on path to chaos as democracy system faces strain.
You know, he doesn't have to warn the people, John. He doesn't have to warn. It doesn't have to be the GOP. Like, we like to put labels on things, but the way people behave, the way people understand, like, oh, now I have an umbrella to sit under with my beliefs, that now, oh, here's a majority. Like, it's the fucking stupid games on your phone of, if I have 20 guys and if here's 5, you keep on grabbing more guys, and if your group is bigger than the other one, you just absorb them. And so you're fighting these things. Like, that's great. That's fantastic. I love it, but it's so stupid. It's so stupid. I don't like it. Like, that's why the two-party system is fucked. We're not getting political, but.
Right, and I threw those two out because it's about the same speech. One said it before the speech even happened, and the other one kind of validated what, like, they validated each other, right? It was all grandstanding.
This is a great editorial fun round. This is a really good. I'm glad we didn't wait till lightning guy for this shit, John. Wow.
Next headline. Small town Oregon mayor arrested in alleged Halloween road rage shooting.
Like internal organ, like in the
Oregon. Mayor
Oregon.
of a small town in Oregon.
Okay, well, number one, Oregonians should not be carrying firearms. Number two, Oregonians should not be driving around on Halloween. It's Halloween. No one should leave their home. You either are at a party or you are giving out candy. And if you are in between, you have planned poorly, and therefore you are not a true Oregonian. To me, no, Mayor, you did poorly on the state. You did poorly on yourself. And I feel like you were leaving the party coming home after dressing up as a douchebag, and you fulfilled your obligations. Bang, bang. You're going to jail.
And finally, last headline, quote, predatory gambling has helped the lottery reach sky-high jackpot, critics say.
Whoa. Let's just clarify this comment. Predatory gambling has helped the lottery reach sky-high benefits.
Jackpot, yeah.
Jackpot, critics say.
Yes.
So when we're talking about the practices of predatory gambling, but we're talking about the lottery, state lottery.
Yes.
We're talking your state, my state, our state, Blue Bob.
Across the board.
All
in the U.S.
States.
Yep.
Predatory gambling. Bullshit. If you're dumb enough to spend $10 a weird ticket that prints things out that you get to scan the next day that you don't get to watch drop down like Keno, like a human being, like fucking play Keno like a goddamn adult. Yeah, go get a ticket. Predatory? No, thank you. You don't want to support the schools that much. And 15% go to schools. Yeah, I like learning, but yeah, y'all get $10 a week like a couch. No, thank you very much. I don't believe that. It's not predatory. Predatory is what they have in casinos. Predatory is there's no clocks. There's all moving sidewalks into the casino. Like my back is bad, and like I'm gonna move you in. You want to come out? You walk your goddamn ass out. This is bullshit.
Or the shuttle buses from the senior centers to the casinos.
Right, but as soon as they leave, you can go in and get all of their pills from them. That's what I've learned, allegedly.
Just check the floors.
Or the drawers, allegedly.
Yeah. So that was a fast, fun lightning round, and we're going to jump into our final segment.
That was not fast or fun, and I can't wait for the fun segment. Let's all take a deep breath. Let's all do a shot.
Yeah.
Let's all probably think about our lives and how they would be better if we just as a little weed.
Smoke it, we got
now.
But I am true to my word. I knew that this last serious segment would be a little hard on you, so I wanted to leave you with something uplifting. And so our fun segment.
If this is an altar call, if I have to come down and preach my love for tokens and action figures and dolls, oh my, John, I'll be fucking disappointed in you.
Nah, buddy, I got something better. We're going to talk about Serena Williams. Yeah, the one, the only, the amazing, the GOAT, Serena Williams. So let's do that shot and let's get into it.
I like where your head's at, John, but already you lost me on Venus Man myself. So
She's good. She's real good.
No, honestly, like I like how proud you were and how confident you were, but you're so misguided. You're like Eric on Survivor season 38, who had all the power and all the confidence, and then none of the information. So cool. Let's talk about Serena Williams, and then we'll be thinking more like it. It'll be fun because that's John's idea of fun. Cheers,
Yeah, buddy. Cheers to you. Cheers to everyone listening. Thank you.
Let's go. Oh no.
So American.
No, I can't drink with you anymore. You're a horrible person with bad choices. Go ahead. Continue.
American professional tennis player Serena Williams has won 23 Grand Slam single titles and several Olympic gold medals. She, as she recently announced her retirement from the professional sport, we're going to take a look at the marvel, the unique level athlete, some have argued the greatest of all time, that is Serena Williams.
Hey, folks. Do you like tennis? Well, if you do, you'll be mildly excited about this segment. But if you don't, you'll be as bored as I am.
Man, screw you. No, I'm gonna push back a little bit. She is amazing, and let me tell you why.
I can't wait because you were the fucker who got up at 4 a.m. to watch soccer at the World Cup. Like, no, John, you're gonna aggressively tell me why, but all of your actions speak louder than your words because you don't. Okay, she's amazing. Yeah, LeBron James. Like, do you like basketball? No. So let me tell you about LeBron James. All right. People who don't like football, you can tell them all about, like, do you like tennis? Nope. John, I can't wait to hear. I've been to a lot of games. I've seen a lot of players.
Have you?
I have. In Palm Springs, when I was working at Pioneer.
There you go.
No, not there I go. I did. I had fucking tags and shit. Like, this is bullshit. I feel like a golden retriever. I have courtside seats. Oh, so my head moves more? This is great. How about I fucking be in the bar somewhere not here and watch the game if I like tennis? Ooh, wait, I don't. So how about I don't?
Well, one, I'm not going to talk about the rules of tennis or things like that.
Love.
And two, I feel that Serena, much like I don't know, Bad Religion with Punk, has transcended the genre itself into universal acclaim.
Wow, you are deep in this hole. You did a lot of writing and thinking about this. All right, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you finish. Once you finish, Taylor Swift.
Oh, great! I just started, so thank you for letting me finish. I have a little bit to go. So, brief biography. Serena Jamaica Williams was born on September 26, 1981, in Michigan, to Richard and Oracene Williams, the youngest of Richard's 5 daughters. Serena and her sister Venus would grow up to become great tennis champions.
Because of King Richard, the father.
In so many ways. Yes, you're right.
I know, John.
Oh, you saw the movie?
No, I know the story because when I had like giant twins of like people like, you should watch this. Like, I stopped after Agassi. Like, dude, when you had the John who was screaming and breaking racket, John, what's his name? McEnroe. John McEnroe is shit.
Right.
Like, if I played tennis, if I wanted to run around and have people quietly yell after I hit things, like, that's who I would be. Fuck you!
Well, I mean, there is a parallel to Serena, and actually a big one that comes later in her career, right?
Yeah.
So the father, former sharecropper from Louisiana, determined to see his two youngest girls succeed, used what he gleaned from tennis books and videos to instruct Serena and Venus on how to play the game. At the age of 3, practicing on court from not far from the family's home in Compton, California, where they moved shortly after she was born, Serena withstood. She withstood the rigors of daily 2-hour practice from her father at the age of 3.
Yeah, dude, you can get good at anything if you put time. It's not a riddle.
Yeah.
Like you have the helicopter parents who are like, oh, you're gonna dance, you're gonna play an instrument, you're gonna do a thing. Like, they make you do that until you can say, no, I'm not. You already got 15 years under your belt.
Right.
You got it.
It's in your bones.
Yeah. Right. Three-way joke shouldn't go anywhere. Go ahead, John. Continue.
So when Serena was 9, the Williams family moved to Palm Beach, Florida. So Michigan, California, Florida. There, Serena and Venus both began playing against other junior tennis players. At that time, they also started working with a new coach. So up until then, Richard Williams was their only coach.
Right. Was that when they played against the Menendez brothers?
No.
Oh, no. I wasn't sure because they were in California and they were big into tennis before they killed their parents. I wasn't sure if they played together.
Fortunately, it was a little before their time.
Oh, okay. Well, they were okay. You're right. 91. Okay, yeah, right. Men. Okay, yeah. Okay, you're right. Tennis is a weird sport. I wasn't sure.
It's a whole lot of back and forth.
Right? Who knows? Go fetch. I will.
a lot of love. Right.
A lot of love.
In 91, Richard Williams withdrew the girls from junior tournaments, a decision that was widely criticized by tennis insiders. The junior circuit is accepted as the conventional path to tennis stardom, but Richard wanted to protect his daughters from the intense competition, and therefore got them out of that. That turned out to be an amazing idea, but it was like, you are ruining their careers, you're ruining their lives, but it was the best thing for them.
As long the whole thing, that's what people don't get about any sports is as long as you're good, and like if you can continue to practice and you'll play with people, you'll practice with people who are like, you go to the same gyms, you go to the same, like, yeah, you're not on the same circuit. And I'm not talking for tennis, but sports in general, like, you know where people work out. Like, oh, you can go and scrimmage with people, when you're playing football, like, for sure. You can go and work out with people. Like, oh, I'm doing your reps. You're doing, like, okay, I'm on your sets. Yeah. All I'm missing is hand skills. All I'm missing is foot skills. I'm like, man, who needs that? I got Sailor Jerry. This show's been brought to you by Sailor Jerry. Higher percent alcohol, higher percent of failure. Sailor Jerry, 2-sided, every Tuesday and Thursday. 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Sailor Jerry. Fuck yeah.
So Williams became a professional tennis player in 95. I just want to give a little context. So born in 81. In 91, so she was 10 years old, 10 years old, he withdrew her and her sister from the junior league.
91. 94, I killed a hobo. 95,
so
I unearthed him.
4 years later,
gained all the insurance money.
At the age of 14.
96, when my daughters were 14,
she was straight up playing with every professional female tennis player in the world.
Had my daughter play with every professional tennis player in the world. Nobody knew about the body. I thought my life was clear. Then I looked back and I had more daughters. And this is where the music starts, John. If we're doing a thing, I mean, music. And so I had to think to myself, I got more daughters. Some of them play tennis. Let's fuck this world up. No, like, why am I doing Doogie Howser?
I don't know.
You know what? Oh, because young people are prodigies and they have. No, that's not it. Oh, because I may be having a stroke. Oh, that's it. There you go.
There you go. That's a baker's dozen for you now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. 2 more and I get my card punched and I get a free visit to the fucking hospital, John. It's amazing.
By card, you mean brain?
Sorry, I mixed words up when I had these cars. I mean, problems.
So in '99, she won her first major championship, and in 2002, defeating Venus in the finals of each tournament of the U.S. Open and Wimbledon. She also won the Australian Open in 2003, making her one of only 6 women. In the U.S. era to complete a career Grand Slam.
Right. Fuck yeah. Yeah, fuck. Of course they did it out here in Australia, right, mate? It's not a Grand Slam. That's a Grand Slam. Good on you. Good on you, Sheila.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll welcome you back here anytime you want. Also, have you seen my boomerang? The fuck. There it is.
Oh, by the way, in 2000, she also won her first gold in the Olympics. So this is all before the age of 20.
I know, there's a lot happening, John. Are you jealous? Do you want to be a fucking tennis player? I can give you lessons. We have a Patreon now. We're making like $4. It's amazing. And I'll give you tennis lessons. John, I'm going to take golf lessons again. I'm going to fucking get my slice really taken care of. If you want to maybe you want to start with badminton. I don't know, John. You got $4 to spend.
I like badminton.
All willy-nilly. You're Drungo and must be Detroit. All right, continue. Let's talk more tennis. I'm really excited.
This is the dense, obviously, portion.
This is the part. This is
the numbers portion. Yeah.
This is the dense.
Yeah.
This, John. So the things we were saying about the ages and the times and the tournaments, that was not the dense.
No, we're part of it. That's all part of it. We're in the middle of it. We're so steeped in blood. We got to move forward because it's stupid to move back.
Wow. All right, folks, this is where you pretend this is a core line or a chorus line, something, and you pull your headphones off and you stop listening because you yell out of numbers here. All right, everybody off. Let's all drink. And then when we get the high five signal, if you're watching, then we go back on after Johnson yelling his numbers at us. Go ahead, John. We're all ears.
So after that first Grand Slam in 2002-3, in 2008, she won the U.S. Open and teamed with Venus to capture a second women's doubles Olympic gold at the Beijing Games. Williams also is the only professional tennis player to accomplish a career Golden Slam in singles and doubles.
I played in Top Golf once. And I had my initials in the top 5. Pretty good. Oh, we weren't listening. You guys, everybody out.
2015, she was named Sports Person of the Year by Sports Illustrated magazine.
Bullshit. That was 2015?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2014, they named Lance Armstrong. That motherfucker was a cheater, has 1 ball. Look what they know. John?
Well, he was found out to be a fraud because of all the doping. She is legit. So look what they know.
How many balls does she have?
She has 0. She has 1 less than him.
Yeah. See? See what happens when cancer gets you when you're a liar? I don't know, buddy. I'm just putting dots together. You're talking numbers. Go ahead.
So after a string of wins across the board, in 2017, she announced she was pregnant, took off the rest of the season, came back in 2019, didn't really win anything that year.
Rosemary's Baby, part 2. Is this where Caroline comes in?
Coraline.
Yeah, no, Rosemary's Baby. We're all rooting for you for taking the season off. We want your baby to be healthy. We'll call him Damien.
So in 2020, at the ASB Classic of Auckland, New Zealand, Williams won her first singles event in 3 years.
Yeah, but that's anger from having a child. All the grunts, all the anger, all the that was like, fuck you, kid. That's all. But then, did she win anything more? No, John. Continue.
Well, we're going to talk about her off the court. So she's an entrepreneur. She owns part of the Miami Dolphins and was the first Black woman to own any part of a professional football team.
Yeah, no, that's great, but fucking laces out, John. Laces out.
Okay, Ace. Okay. So she's also been very passionate about fashion and launched her own clothing line in 2018, and is a philanthropist.
Go ahead. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
It's like pushing a car down a hill where you pop the clutch twice. It doesn't work the third time. Like a charm. Philanthropist.
The Atund Price Resource Center was created in honor of the life and memory of the namesake, who was killed by an act of senseless violence. The center, started by the Williams family, ensures that those affected by trauma have the resources necessary to flourish. This is the major center that she and her family created.
Yeah, but you just said someone's killed by senseless violence. You didn't say where it was. You didn't say who it was. You didn't give any backstory. You didn't say why they're connected. You didn't say why they sponsored it. John, that's great. They did some amazing things, but I'm unsure. Like,
well, it's actually about Compton.
If I get, oh no, actually in Compton, that's probably a good point to throw in the fucking story. But I'm just saying, when one of us passes away, and we have the Blind Men's Chorus of Alabama coming and singing, John, and a full mariachi band, and a herd of wild stallions running across the stage in the middle of the Ave Maria, John, it's gonna be ridiculous. And I think people want to know where and why and how. And you just really skimmed over those parts. So they did a thing, someone died, and they had a thing.
From domestic violence, yeah.
Oh. Okay, domestic violence. All right.
Yep. So it's a healing-centered and trauma-informed programs to the residents of Compton, and it provides critical services to families impacted by violence, including resources that promote healing and resiliency.
I'm with that.
Yeah. Well, I know you are. Yeah.
You need like that. That's something that the communities need. Like every community needs. We need. Like, because everyone needs a safe place. Everybody deserves to be safe.
Yeah.
We're a fucking, as they say in the USA, John, we're the United States of America.
That's what they say.
You know what? You heard it too. And with that comes a lot of responsibilities. Like, I feel like if we are that, like, people should be safe and people should have healthcare. People should be okay going to school. There's all these little things that I'm all about. But if you say one thing and it's not happening on the other end, it's like, maybe you think about what you're saying instead of, yeah, there's too much. People need to have a safe space, John.
Yeah.
And that it takes a tennis player to make it happen. I'm with it.
Someone with a voice, and she used it. She used it amazingly. She also provided a lot of meals to kids during the pandemic of 2020, summer of 2020. 50,000 meals she donated in a push to create a program for Instacart, which created 12 million plus meals for children across the U.S. to turn their groceries into goods. Yeah.
Because the kids are not going to school anymore, so they're not having the free lunch program, so they're not
right.
eating. So she was helping with that. And that is what, because school, like people like, yeah, send the kids back to school, but yeah, you have to do it because they can have nutrition. They have breakfast, they have lunch, and even if it's bullshit, like you have something, you know what I mean?
Right.
But John, the jokes are so good. The jokes are so good. The jokes are so good. And I feel like a shit saying them, but I feel like it's in the world's best interest. If I go ahead and say them. No. Yep, I'm gonna do it. Read your intro again. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stop you. Just read your last paragraph. I'm gonna stop you. Go ahead.
So in the summer of 2020, during the pandemic, she created a program and donated 50,000 meals to students who were out of school, which then generated 12 million meals across the U.S.
Sometimes, folks, on a two-sided pod, there's fleeting moments. There's moments of greatness. And there's moments of despair. And I feel like what we've just experienced together as a people is a moment of despair. And I think we can come together because I truly have nothing. There's no good joke there. I thought there was, and hearing it again, everybody loses. And I feel like
I think you built yourself a joke when you were talking about the kids getting free lunches when they were out of school. I think you were generating your own joke.
Isn't that what jokes are, John?
No. Wait. No. Yes. They're formulaic. No. Timing. Ah, crap.
All right. Back to your goddamn cellar, John. You get back to your goddamn cellar. Finish your reading. I got shit to do.
So after making it to the third round of the 2022 U.S. Open, which marked a win in the U.S. Open for each of her past 3 decades of life. So her 20s, she won. Her 30s, she won. Her 40s, she won a round. That's never been done. She announced that she intends to evolve away from tennis into a new life path. So a kind of retirement, but she didn't want to say the word retirement. She has a hard time with that.
More? You want more? That was not even a joke, but that's like. No, you're a tennis champion. And please have more Instacart in 2020. Nope. Can't even do it. Can't fucking do it. Because I just, nope. Maybe. Nope. Sean. Yeah.
So I know you were holding on to that joke, and it was great, but you did hear me say.
I wasn't holding on to it. That was a new one, John.
You're fishing. You're gathering. You're gathering your energy, bringing it up.
I'm a blank slate, John. Apparently, you don't understand how I work. I'm a ball of clay. And once something hits me, I am molded into a goddamn ashtray or a vessel for drinking out of. I am something to behold. I am Sigourney Weaver and Jack Black doing a remake of Ghost with Patrick Swayze. It's amazing and hilarious.
You heard it here first, folks. That is exactly what my boy Pete is.
Tennis player, never before has a 3-slam have more.
So with her struggles after giving birth, and then the pandemic, in 2022, she won the first 2 rounds of the U.S. Open. That marked her winning in her 20s, 30s, and no, I'm sorry, it's 4 decades. No, because she started at 15. 4 decades. Teens, 20s, 30s, and 40s. Winning a level of a national championship. Not the championship itself, but a level of it. And that in itself has never been done across all of sports.
Ever. The whole thing is beautiful because you are the researcher and you don't understand the things that you're researching and you're just finding new things out as you talk about it. This is amazing to me and also devastating to my whole
we work it out
comedy career.
Good luck with that.
If this was season 38 of Survivor, I would vote you out. Probably Tribal Council 4, because what we call you is a loose cannon. You don't know where you're at. You have too much fun and not enough.
So Serena Williams holds the most major singles, doubles, and mixed doubles titles combined among all active tennis players. She is considered the GOAT of tennis, and some consider the GOAT of all-time athletics.
No, 100%. They're all idiots if they say that. What I would say is I want to see octuples. I want to see 8 people on each side of a tennis court just slamming the ball at each other. Just fucking getting at it. Wham, 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 wham. All right, you 4 play close, you 4 play back. Let's get at it.
You were an agent of chaos.
John, the front left were mouthpieces and a headgear. Everyone's fucking like, I would watch that. It's like arena football. It's arena football. No. It's like hockey headgear. It's like
okay.
Not headgear.
I was thinking like 1980s braces.
I know, and that's why you're slow on the pickup, John. If we're having an Octavius disciple conglomerate, no, see, even that doesn't work. I got nothing. I got truly 100%. I have ideas. You pick up nothing. I feel like we are at an impasse. And that's why we all praise God for Serena, because she, according to John, is the GOAT, which is ridiculous.
Will you name another?
But what?
Will you name another?
Oh, 100%. 100%. In tennis? You want to say tennis?
Especially tennis, yeah.
Yeah, because that, I would say Arthur Ashe.
Why?
Why? Because an amazing tennis player who didn't win as many Opens, but was the first person of color who challenged the system and came into a sport that should not be. It shouldn't be played. It's stupid. It's actively stupid.
You hate it so much.
That's what white people do, John. It's stupid. Like, it's dumb. Come on. It's fucking dumb. If you want to say other GOATs, you want to say LeBron James. Amazing. You want to say people say Kobe. I'm like, yeah, no, great. Like, yeah.
We talked about Michael Jordan a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, like if you go through the whole thing, like he was great, but if you put skills to skills now of like, we're talking day and age, it's the same thing as like, oh, what about weed smokers? What about people who the weed back then, like weed now? Like, you talk about, it's all about timing. Oh, well, I can't. I love this movie, but you couldn't get away with those jokes now, but I love it. And people love it. It's great. It's hilarious. Anything Mel Brooks, right? Like, you can't get away with it. Like, okay, but time and place. So you take that, like, Mel Brooks, could you hang with shit now? Could you hang with comedy
Chappelle.
now? I don't know, because close to him, like he definitely could, because they don't give a fuck.
That's true. Yeah.
Like Nick Kroll or Key and Peele.
Yeah.
Or Lorne Michaels. Or like you're
Lorne Michaels, the producer.
100%.
Well,
you want to say,
Merle, I don't think
if you want to say Dave Anthony, cool. He's a comedian too. You're gonna put that shit on your resume? Cool. You're both comedians. You both run a lot of comedy. You both know what comedy is. You hire, fire, set up things. You're a comedian. You do things. John, you're a comedian. We're all comedians in the realm of comedy. But there's comedy and there's comedy. And I'm just saying, I'm just naming names, John. I'm just naming names. Hey,
okay,
come back here with my show.
Well, Mel, I think you had a time back then, but I'm not sure about your moment right now. That's fine, Lauren. Anyway, so I get it. So
you tried
so many
so
people
hard for that. You did that
so many,
like 4 times.
So many people say
good.
I do a good Lauren. Anyway, many people say that Babe Ruth is still the GOAT of baseball, but then you're talking about it like you're looking at how time has regressed. It's not really possible, right? All of his records have been broken, not by the same people. He still holds the same ultimate records altogether, but
no, you're just talking records now because it's a different era, because they didn't throw like they threw now. They didn't they didn't have the same workout regimens. They didn't have the same. He was smoking and drinking and eating sausage and having cigars in the fucking bullpen, John.
Daily.
That's great. That's fucking great. Like, that's how you should play fucking sports. Have a good time, man. Anytime after college, when I was like, I don't want to play sports anymore. I want to have the camaraderie, but I don't want to have the drive. I would play. I continued from all like until like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Like, well, okay, no, like 3 years after the pandemic, before the pandemic, I was playing pretty competitive softball. Like, just put me in right field.
All right, tell me this.
I'd be in right field and I'd always have a beer in my fucking mitt. I just like sit there and I drink out of my man. Like, no one's in here. There's no lefties in the middle of everything. And if they did, it's like, oh shit. And like, take your beer and stick it in your back pocket. And like, oh, put it down. Fuck, shit. Like 80% of the time, I always get the ball. Okay, 70%. I could have been at 80 if I wasn't drinking, but still. Yeah, there's no point, man. Come on. Have fun or don't have anything.
Well, let's have some fun. Sources for this episode of Two Sided have been the first segment, historyvhollywood.com, New Hampshire Register, USA Today, and The Hollywood Reporter. Second segment, National Museum of African American History and Culture, biography.com, Britannica.com, tennis majors, SerenaWilliams.com, notablebiographies.com, and Wonderopolis.com. I like that word, Wonderopolis.com.
So first off, that's not a word. Wonderopolis.com isn't a word. That's a website. You're an idiot. You said also that you like USA Today as part of your references. So I'm actually questioning right now, did you spend your Patreon money on USA Today subscription? Because I don't have that. I don't get to see that. I try. I don't get to. Is that a personal thing? If you do, give me that password. But if you're doing this on our account, John, I will sue the pants off you. I'm litigious and I have nothing but time. Fuck your couch. I digress. So my references and my footnotes here have been brought to you by Sailor Jerry. Higher alcohol, but a good time. Sailor Jerry. Don't be afraid to tell your friends. Sailor Jerry. There's probably enough for like 4 of us, but then we're going to go to jail. Sailor Jerry. Thanks, John and Pete. You're welcome, Sailor Jerry. Also, I can't believe it's not butter, because they are litigious and they have forced our hand, and we always have to talk about them. We get none of the cash. We don't get any of the product. We don't believe in the product, but we always have to say, thanks, I can't believe it's not butter. It's a horrible thing. Anyway, that's all I got.
And that's all I got. Oh, Pete, don't look now. There's another beautiful Ginger in the room. Hi, Ginger Steve. How you doing?
What?
Oh my God, he's right behind me, isn't he?
Good night, fellas. It's been fun.
Cheers, my friend.
But I gotta go.
Giddy up.
Out.
Giddy up. My man Fogs. Big fan.
Big fan. Big fucking fan. And we keep on rocking. City Compton.
Compton.
Oh, we keep on rocking.
Welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West. The stage is untouchable like alienness. I like your style. Everyone has a take. I'm a big fan of that one.
That's a Sailor Jerry's. Because I drink it.
And it ain't paying for it. I'll go be honest. I'm letting you know right now. I won't bring a bottle on stage because I always have a decanter, because if they're not paying me, I won't represent. No on stage. I'll do it on fucking stereo, but fuck those guys. I've tried.
Of golf. Have y'all ever seen the golf rules manual?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, that's bigger than most encyclopedias. There are so many pages, so many rules. A lot of them contradict themselves, but holy crap, there's several books. Have you seen those? Wow, man, mind blown.
Yeah, some crazy shit. I've seen the pocket books of them, because my grandpa was telling me all about the big ones. Like, yeah, and he had it. He's like, no, these are, because they have the before Idiot's Guide, but once I realized what it was, it's the pocket version of golf, whatever. But once I learned it was like, yeah, it's the Idiot's Guide.
They actually did a story today about the Colts, and I got to like halfway through the second paragraph, and it's like, yeah, you want to keep reading?
Pay up, motherfucker. Right?
Fuck you.
Right? You don't know me. I don't have that kind of fucking cash. But apparently John does, because he's using the funds from our Patreon. This motherfucker.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
And now the comedy. Many of you write in and say, "Dear Lord." But then some of you write, "Why do you run so much into the ground? I'm so sick of the same damn catchphrases every week? Well, the fact is, we come up with millions of exciting, hot catchphrases. God damn it, Lauren Michaels, why are you such a fucking genius? It doesn't always accept a new one. Just like me. God damn it. Making cupcakes. Making cupcakes. Here's another. I'm from Jersey. Oh, hell yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Joe Christopher. I'm going to have to over the two comments. Phrases must obey the dreaded rule of 7. It's one of them nights. I love it. What about 666? God damn it. Well, let's just say 750. That's why we prepared this exclusive hot. Well, fuck them goddamn red pills. Enjoy. Any goddamn way too far.
All right. See. The 1, 2.
Don't forget, King John, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m.
11 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, that's the ticket. King John, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah, that's the ticket.
8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern.
Ticket. King John, every Tuesday to Thursday, 1 p.m. That's the ticket. King John, every Tuesday to Thursday, 1 p.m. Yeah, that's the ticket. King John. Ladies and gentlemen. King John. Yeah, that's
holy
King John, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah, that's the ticket.
Motherfucker, I want to drink with you. I want to get fucked up with you. Like, you're something. You're on my goddamn list. Like, yeah. Let's get fucked up, bro. Video. Okay. Sorry. If you could push it. John, that was that was the it was funny. It was not funny. It was funny. It was not funny. It was super fucking funny. Jesus. You're a master, sir. This is like the Prestige. Do you have a twin that you just drowned in a tub? I'm unsure. I can't wait for more. John, let's tune him up.
Let's tune them up and let's get out of here. I gotta fucking.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Goddamn.
Come back to my show.
All right, maybe that one.
Every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. And don't you forget about that goddamn waiting round. Oh, fucking Thunderdome.
Folks, that's what the Thunderdome is all about. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. If you like what you heard, if you can't believe it's still happening, if you don't understand the concept, well, folks, welcome to the goddamn party. We are John L. Peacock and my boy Piano. We are here to rock your house. John, do you want to close this one up so we get out of here?
Oh, most definitely. First, little thing, Swan Band, you're clipping a little bit. You're clipping. Anyway,
no.
My boy Pete, before we get out, is there anything from this episode that you'd like to take a second glance at, a second look, a second thought, a second opinion? This is Pete's Retraction Corner.
Yeah, 100%. You just trying to engage Spawn Band right there about clipping when he sent 4 messages yelling at the thing. You're like, hey, you're clipping. If you just yelled louder and it didn't clip as much and we're trying to get out of here, you're an animal. If I had a fucking cattle prod, John, this is where I would use it in person. But you're good. So other than that, no, and no. I'm good.
So let's take a shot and get out of here.
Oh, another shot. Now you're fucking. Can we just get out of here? Okay, let's do a shot.
Yeah, you set that up. I'll start. Thanks for listening, everybody. We have our open chat show live on stereo every Tuesday. Thanks for listening, everybody. We have our open chat show live on stereo every Tuesday.
Why can't you memorize this and not read it? You read like an asshole and know what you're saying, John. Fuck!
Same start
Go
as
ahead.
tonight. So if you want to join us or you want to throw some topics out there for our Thursday shows, email twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO sidedpod@gmail.com.
It doesn't hurt you, it only hurts us. Go ahead.
And for those listening live, join our chat on Stereo app in our green room right now. We're going 30 after the hour in about 5 minutes for our after show wind down. Let's do a shot now.
Now.
Cheers to you.
Bing, bing, bing.
Cheers to everybody listening. Thank you. That's a wrap for tonight. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
And I'm my boy Pete, and this has been our YouTube show. And if you've liked what you heard, and you can't believe that John is the engineer, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that alert button, and don't be scared of what you see. It's all an illusion in Southern California.
You can eavesdrop wherever you get your podcasts and even join us live, both on the YouTube channel, Two Sided Podcast, and our Stereo app every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, as we talk about the two sides of life, the serious and the fun, here on Two Sided. And Pete, I am still very tolerant of you.
Well, most people who are on the edge of extinction are tolerant because they have nothing else to do. If you've seen 38, a Survivor, I'm going to talk over this so you can't even hear it. See how no one ever heard any of that? It's beautiful. Good luck, my friend. Good luck.